Welcome to a new live stream. My name is John Limcool. Let's get rid of the percussion so we're just back to Zebra. Let's see, I bet you I can find some Zebra patches for the drums. Drums of Mordor. Let's see, let's go A, C, drum. Yeah, there's tons of drums here. There we go. Let's go unify the layer and build a little drum groove. Yeah, I didn't like the chicken shake. It's a little too loose timing wise. Anyway, hello. Welcome. My name is John Skippy Limcool. Let me see. I want to make sure that I'm running properly because I don't have chat up yet. So my name is John Limcool. This is the Plugin Guru live stream event for Saturday. This is November 19th. Hello, November 19th. I'm playing with Zebra because you can now get Zebra, Zebra HZ, and 14 libraries for an incredible, wonderful price. So if you don't have Zebra, let me get my microphone a little bit closer. Come over here. You should take a look at it. It's been voted, I don't know how many years running, favorite or maybe runner up to Omnisphere as favorite synthesizer. Anyway, if you want here, I'll scroll like this so you can see the names of the patches. If you own, we've unified both the Hans Zimmer library of Zebra HZ and Zebra 2. So if you own those, make sure that you pick up the unified libraries because they make. Do you guys want this patch? Anybody want this? It's all Zebra. That's everything you're hearing is Zebra. Always want patches. Okay, here, let's save this. We'll save it to the user library. This is now what's, let me see here. So they have this thing called Zebra Legacy. That is what we're starting with to show in this live stream. Okay, close, go away. I love all these notices. But Zebra Legacy contains Zebra, Zebra HZ, as well as 14 libraries that have been made for Zebra that are at a ridiculously affordable price right now, I believe, of 99 euros. So there is not a better deal on the internet for a more powerful synthesizer, period, that I can think of for that price, especially when it comes with so much library-wise. If you don't own Zebra, I'll give you a little tour of it here in a second. So this is a BPM. What is this? Just a bass, mainly. Here, let's take it a little bit further. Let's go cancel. I'm not going to save it yet. I'm going to right-click. And it, by the way, I found out if you don't have the right-click to have this show up, there's a settings down here for note pop-up ranges. Turn that off if you don't, because otherwise when you right click you get a key range and you play a key on the keyboard. I much prefer this way where I can select all of these layers just by right clicking on the G8. That's the top note of the key range, and hitting B2 and boom. And this way I have the top half of the keyboard making no sound. So let's find a Zebra. Let's go to Zebra HZ. There's some really, really cool cinematic, beautiful things. Make sure this stays on Unify layer, John, or you will mess this up. And I don't want to mess this up. Let's say Berlin Speed. Now, since I have a Unify layer in here, I'm going to right click on the bottom note and say C3. So I could build everything inside of this Unify, or go to this and go, that's not the right sound to start with. Yeah, that's nice. Let's take it down an octave. Let's build around this a little bit more. Let's find something else. So we're going to, in this layer, say Unify layer. And now anything else I play, just like glue, is going to be added to this. And since it's a Unify layer, I can open this up and I can now surf. That's nice. There we go. Then if you want to make this more, just one more thing, let's go to the very top again. Where's the bass? The bass. There he is. Let's do a little programming in Zebra really quick. So I want to put an LFO on the filter. Oh, I got to enter my serial number. Oh my gosh. I've downloaded everything, but I didn't get the serial number. So let me do this really quick. That would be in this place right here, because I got to show you this. I got to show you this. We got to program this. So he support my licenses. I think it's just my standard Zebra license. So 1 second, I'll get this up and running. Enter my serial number. There. I am now legit. So when I go to the filter, and instead of art mod, let's go for an LFO. Let's go for LFO 2. Let's say we're going to be triangle. And I need to be faster than that. And I don't want to restart free. Then a great sounding filter. There we go. So the dance down a little bit. Where is it at? If you're not familiar with Zebra, so check this out. This is why Zebra is considered such a powerful synth. Is this actually 4 lanes that could be 4 different synthesizers, oscillators, but one oscillators you can see can have as many oscillators as you want. It's a semi-modular, very powerful grid that let's go to envelope 1. You've got all sorts of controls to it. I want to play the envelope setting. Find the right one. That's a little better. It's still not doing what I want to do, but oh, I got something changing pitch. What did I do? What did I break? Let's see here. Go Zebra. I think this was doing some things it shouldn't be doing. So let's double click to reset these to 0. Oh, I broke it. Well, if that's the case, let's restart it. This is straight talk. The other way to do this is I could open this up and find parameter. And I could write, can I assign this to a CC? Oh, now's not the time to get into. I haven't programmed in Zebra for a while. We did a really cool library I'll show you in a minute. XY. Yeah, they've modified it since I worked on this last. There's used to be a performance page. Oh, here, perform page. Just so much cool control you can do to the sounds with this plugin. It's a great synth. Did I break it? Oh, Skippy, don't break it. I didn't break it, it's back. All right, let me save this before I break it. BPM split Zebra to Odyssey at ODDESSEY. Is that right? I think that's right. So it's just me here today. Taylor is on his way back from spending some time with his new wife and friends. If you already own Zebra and so forth, Zebra should have more stripes. So, and Shane is in the process of moving. It's just me. So sorry if not lots of answers pop up because there's no one but me here to facilitate everything. But anyway, Zebra is available with this wonderful library option to get all of the components that they have put together for Zebra 2, which means they've announced, of course, they are working on Zebra 3 that will be coming out. Owning this will give you an affordable upgrade price to whatever Zebra 3 will be. So it's a win-win. You get this really, really powerful synthesizer. So if you want to check this out, you would go to uhe.com, u-he.com. It's right there on the front page. Click Zebra Legacy, and it's available. It'll tell you that it's working. You can download the demo version. Let me save this and get it to you. So we go over here to the user library, and we can go. This is BPM split Zebra 2 Odyssey. I could say reveal in the Finder, compress. Go over to my little Dropbox for plugin Guru. There we go, and I think I have a live stream programming. This is Zebra 2. So let's put this right here and copy the Dropbox link. And here you go. If you own Unify, oh, Shane's here. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. I didn't think Shane was going to be here. Yay, Shane. He's in the middle of moving. So that's wonderful. You took a moment to say hi. Thank you. But there, that is all you have to do is own Zebra 2, Zebra HZ. Make sure that when you go to the plugins for these, this will be at the bottom of the list, that it is the VST version, not the VST3. Both are unified libraries for this, and this patch that I just made are built based on the VST2 version of the plugins. So for those of you that, I mean, I'm talking to the choir here, so you guys all understand, but let's see if we go to Zebra 2. Here's the patches. Let's see, just go normal. So with this updated version you can get from them, you can go to the presets, and now there's all of these different libraries. These are all different patch libraries. Yeah, so there's some really, really great patches inside of Zebra and all these libraries. Now, let me show you something. I don't think it's here, so I have to install it really quick, but it won't take long. So we go over here. To Zebra. This is a library that I did with Seth Norman many years ago. Many years ago. Seth now works at Spectrasonics in California. Let's see, show. Let's see. Oh, show in Finders. This way I can see where to put everything. Let's go up here. Zebra 2. So there's Legacy, and then I can put Toxic Zebra, I believe, right here. Let's see if this will show up. Oh, and there's Waves. So we got to go Zebra 2. You have to do Waves? I'd have to read the README to know for sure. Let's see if this works. If I go like that, here's Toxic Zebra patches. This is a very aggressive, in-your-face, very different library than anything else I have seen for Zebra ever made. Nobody else has done this. Seth and myself went into this. This is using 3 oscillators, 4 filters for this one patch. So if you need something a little more sinister, yes, I made this, but I don't remember how to run Zebra. That's how my brain works. If I spend the time and relearn Zebra, then I would relearn it and know how to make these patches again. But right now, I'm a newbie. Because I haven't worked with this synth in a while. But it was a very fun synth to work with. And so there's all sorts of places this synth can go. It's the libraries that they have some really, really great stuff in them. This more traditional synthesis. Toxic is going into the kind of more extreme synthesis stuff that I didn't find in. That's their basses. And then you go to Toxic Zebra's basses and they're like ripping your head off and not even apologizing for a second. And if you go to the perform page, we did set these up to do all sorts of fun things. Okay, so Zebra is a great synth. It's definitely a favorite at the top of the list. It's a little complex because when you start with an initialized patch, it's empty. Let me see here. If we go, there used to be, I believe, a shortcut way to get an init patch, but I think I put one in Toxic Zebra, I'm big at making sure you have an init patch to get going. So this is what I started with for all the patches we made. And then you can right click here and you can say add another oscillator. Set them to 11. Filtering, etc. I've done some videos. If you go watch on the channel, go back in time like 7 years. You'll get to this library when it came out, and I show you some of how we made this. I mean, listen to that. It's just nuts. Sonically, it's just a beautiful synth. So, Urs is a friend of mine. I have shared Absinthe with him at Super Booth. He's a wonderful person. Howard Scar is a synth programming legend. I mean, I love his work. It's funny, I sent him the Toxic Zebra library. It's got all these crazy, you know, and then I also made a couple electric pianos. And he goes, nice electric piano. He didn't say anything about anything else. I made a couple others. Some of it's semi-normal, but most of it. It's all that kind of stuff. David, what are you missing that's obvious? Let me see here. Did you say something earlier? I don't know what you mean by that comment. But anyway, so Zebra is a wonderful synthesizer. It is now available with 14 libraries and the Zebra HZ, which is very well known as the sound source for a lot of elements that were in the hey Dubes. This was a lot of these sounds, especially some of these BPM drums and stuff, were used in the and again, go over here to Unify Layer. And you can get all sorts of really cool. That's 3 different Zebra HZ patches playing together. That's 4 Zebra HZ patches together. Let's get a bass in this. Oh yeah, and if you're curious about how to install their libraries, it works very similar now to how our libraries are installed. You just drag it over and it will install them. Automatically, it knows what to do. And then they will show up in the presets down here in the different banks to play with. So you'll have a plethora of patches from the way it works. It's very straightforward how it works. And it sounds incredible. It all syncs up. Okay, so must-haves, in my opinion, for anybody in music production. There's just so many great sounds. It has such, in some ways, it reminds me of Absinthe 5 in the organic nature of the oscillators when you get to some of the synthesizer and pad sounds and these leads. It's just beautiful. Go back to Unify layer, get a let's see if we can add something else to this. Right? I mean, right there you have something that's really cool for it. To work with. Now and put real strings on top of that and some of the percussion, and you have a film score. I mean, beautiful stuff. Oh, Shane's on his way. Okay, thank you, Shane. Good to see you. Yeah, he's in the process of moving again. First, he started in one place in the middle of Canada to Nova Scotia. That place has some issues that were difficult to work with, and they are moving to another place. I hope all goes well, my friend. Yeah, Zebra is super, super powerful. I just love it. So, highly recommended. Next synth to show you guys. By the way, I have a library coming out to show you in the second half of this video that I'm doing called Dream State. If you remember in June, I showed you Novum, which is just a wonderful granular synth. Well, I'm getting close to having something that will be coming out next week. I'll show that to you in a bit, but let me show you first one other really, really cool synth that just dropped. It's not really a synth, and that's Strike Fet. I'm sure I'm not saying it right. This is from Waldorf. Let me get over here to Waldorf and show you their page. Oh, it's not Waldorf. That's not. I always put in the wrong one. It's waldorfmusic.com. And when you go to there, they have the Iridium synthesizer, which is on my short list of hardware synths that I wish that I had in my studio that I currently could not afford to get. It's very expensive. But Strikefelt is available. This was a hardware-only instrument that they have just released now in software. And it's available for 33 euros, which is great. I'm not sure if that's going to be the retail. When you go to the buy page, it just says 33 euros. So I don't know if that's its price forever, or else if it's a special price or so forth. It is a string machine, so if you love analog synthy string type sounds, the interface is really interesting in that you have strings and then you have a solo. Strings on this side, solo on the other. Combine them, you can split them so that this is on the high side. So right? Or you can layer it. Over here, you have a dial to change between violas. Let's do this, just the string sound. It cycles. Through vocal formants, choirs, organs, brass, as well as, or both. You have an animator or a phaser and reverb. Then you have 2 banks of 8 presets. Because you have envelopes, they call it crescendo for the strings, which is interesting, instead of attack. It's basically, I believe, maybe because it does. No, it doesn't come down. Typically a crescendo would come up and come back down. Really nice. So if you need something in the unique synthy string, oh, it almost seems like Animate was moving through these. Let's see if we go to settings. Let me see something. If we go to the mod list, let's see if we go link parameters. Do we have access? We do. String registration, octaves, ensemble, crescendo, release, solo tone, balance, animate phaser, reverb, mod wheels. So I think string registration. Right. So that is going through. So if we do this, if we wanted to modulate this, we could say, let's copy this knob and have this put into a new embedded Unify. Let's go over here to creative and add a CC writer. And then inside of here, go to this knob and paste this knob that I'd already set up and assign it to CC20. And now and I could slow it down, of course. Let's say 4 bars. We have it do just one travel from the bottom up, so saw up. Right? So we can access and if you look inside Streitfeld, it's dancing along. So very, very cool. So we can automate and animate any of the parameters thanks to CC Writer being there and doing its thing. So if you need, let's hold down. No, if you want to get out of this, like I've got a Unify layer, you can go over here and take a Unify layer and replace with just instrument 1, which means if you have a whole bunch of layers, it's going to throw them out, but only keep whatever is in the instrument 1 position. There's a shortcut, Control Option or Control Alt on the PC and click this, and it does the same thing. Gets rid of the Unify layer, takes that. So we're back to just Streitfeld on the top. So great synth, great for strings and all that kind of stuff. If you are in the market, again, waldorfmusic.com is where you will find out information about that. I own the hardware. Anyone knows how much? I don't, this is probably one of those things where they're It's totally separate, and it's 33 euros. You can't buy dinner for 33 euros. So it's like sometimes when I release a new version of something I've released before, I make it really cheap for everybody, as like just everybody gets the upgrade price. So chances are they did that for this. Will you be including Toxic Zebra in your sale? Yes, starting Friday, everything at the site will be on sale if you wait that long. Well, not bass. The bass library will not, but everything else, including Unify, will be on sale. It's one of the very few times in Unify's lifetime it will be on sale, but it will be on sale. I can tell you right now, it's going to be $59. It's going to be the introductory price of what we released it out in year 2020. That will be the price for Unify to get some new happy customers on board. So come Friday, if all of you guys could blanket your field saying, hey, this is super rare, Plugin Guru's doing a huge sale. They've got Unify at the price it came out at 2 years ago. I would sincerely appreciate that. I love, and wish I could hug all of you, but I want more customers. I need more customers to keep the good times flowing, if we could say that stuff, right? So, yes, Unify will be on sale. I know it's never supposed to go on sale, but we've had a pandemic and a major economic situation, and I want to keep making libraries as a living. So we need to sell more Unify. So if you can help, that's great. I would really appreciate so. All right. Also Friday is a new library called Dream State. Now this is for both Novum, and then I have sampled it for Unify. So if you own Novum, you will have the patches that I created to make the Unify library. I don't do this very often, but I am in this case, partly because I'm able to embed the samples into the Novum patches to make it easy. I don't like situations where something for another plugin requires, like Contact, samples to be in a certain location and all that kind of stuff. It just gets to be a nightmare. So this is a really, really interesting, if you're not familiar, in June of this year, I created a library. Well, I showed Novum. I didn't create, but I showed this really, really cool plugin called, let's do this. Let's see, init, normal. This isn't going to be like a massive 500 patch library because it's taken a long time. I've been working on this for 6 months, but Novum is a really unique synthesizer. It's currently not on sale. I checked before the live stream to see if they had their Black Friday sale started. They didn't. It's still $179 for this plugin. There's a possibility they might have it on a Black Friday sale. But it's a wonderful granular synth. It's very, very powerful to get all sorts of crazy stuff going. You can do like redrawing of the envelope over here, just like this, and you've changed the envelope. For each texture of the sound, I mean, it's rather crazy what you can do to the sounds is just nuts, because it breaks it into components, and each component's being granularized, and it's really cool. And the reverb will ring on forever. But here, let me show you fluttering away in the Unify library. So here is the Unify version. And one thing that's really cool, if you look at different synthesizers like Omnisphere allows you to use one sample across the keyboard. And that is actually a really cool vibe sometimes. So you can go over to any map inside of Unify. If you go over here where it says all samples, you can change it to play just one sample. So now it's playing the top sample across the whole keyboard. Oh, 105 at Plug-in Boutique. Oh, great. Thank you, Bright. I appreciate the note. If you want Novum, it's on sale at the Plug-in Boutique. I have a feeling that they will do their own sale at some point. Anyway, let me show you some other stuff. Aquanuts is incredible. Isn't that beautiful? Gold Rays at Night is just insane. Cool stuff. There'll be BPM patches. I have more to make this week. I even did, so far I did one big, like, okay, let's bring out the kitchen sink and it's all Novum, all Unify, nothing else needed. Now, the Novum library is a little different in that I'm letting things just ring out. It's definitely crazy, insane. Some of the sounds. Really, really cool stuff. Hazy bubbles for special effects. Wind chimes in heaven. So it's dream state. This is where you go, you sit there for like 20 minutes, right? Oh, Halvard, thank you. That's very nice. I'm happy to hear that. Whales arrive for dinner. A little bit on the experimental side. I haven't done a library this experimental in a while. Sleepy Stasis is really cool. Isn't that beautiful? Rush to Understand. Just rings out forever. And again, it's as easy to going any of these elements, going to the envelope, changing components like this, and you're changing the sound. There's so many other controls to work with in this. I've also set up knobs so you have control of the grain size. And the density. I have a filter outside of Novum that I'm controlling for the filter cutoff. So that way I don't affect anything in the synth engine. I've got distortion, which is also outside of Novum. So you can play with all the components of it. Like take that and then go unify layer and layer that with something like flutes in the trees. And let's have gold rays at night and let's just say instrument 1 layer added. And let's have this stop. So experimental wise, these are really fun sounds to play with. Hi, Jeff. But we try to make things easy, you know? Unify makes a lot of things easy because the patches are all here and we work with patches in ways nobody else works with patches. So to be able to take one patch, call it up, boom, it has to reset and it plays. And then to change this to Unify layer and now go to any other library. Let's go to Zebra. And we can go down here to the synth pads. And since I'm still at Unify layer, if I say organogram, and I could even go here and say new empty layer. Let's go down here to Waldorf on Git Streitfeld. Turn it down. Here's our insert effects. Let's go Unify. Give me some water verb, my favorite reverb. Set this about 80. Hey, you.
Hey.
I'm in the middle of a live stream.
Okay. Don't have to pick up your phone.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
That's my kid saying hello.
Oh my God. Hi.
I'll call you later, okay?
Yeah, bye. Good luck. Bye.
Bye. Oh, okay. Lol, that's great news. So Novum will be half price on Black Friday from their site. So it's a great synth. Now, for this library, I've made the Dream State version so you don't have to have Novum in order to play the, well, here, let's go to just, there's two versions, right? I've made it really clear. There's Dream State and there's Dream State for Novum. Novum requires that you have Novum to call up the Novum version of it. And from here, you can open up Novum and you can go, I want to go to the envelope and I want my loop to be here. And I want my grain size to be smaller and I want more jitter. And I want to add an LFO. And that's actually not an LFO, let's say X. I really like their stepper. They have steps. So if you click on steps, you can say, make this all sorts of cool random stuff like this. Go to the synth. The way that this modulation is really great, you just click on a parameter and now you can just drag, I think right here. And let's slow down steps. It's a little fast, so say. Let's have this start lower in pitch so we have the whole range to work with. Let's turn off the effects. Click each one of these. There we go. Now it's being modulated with steps, so. Then there are effects, which are insane. Clouds, shimmer, and reverb. Turn them on. And you just get this really beautiful space. The other thing that's really fun is you can call up any patch. This is their factory patches. And I'll show you what I'm doing to make some of my patches. Let me go over here to my sample libraries. Probably, let's do this. Let's go. Take a second. I'm going to get something off my other computer over here. You can drag any WAV file. Here, we could just say sample mass, sample libraries. Let's see here. Where could we go and get in trouble? Skippy samples. What's in my Skippy samples folder? Okay, here's a whole bunch of just, I have no idea what these are. I think these are like drum loops and stuff. Let's see. Let's put that into here. It will pull it apart. And that's that drum loop. Sounds like this. Inside a Novum. Turn this off. See if we can get it to sound somewhat normal. The comb filter is not being used. But it's pulled in all these components. The other thing that's amazing is look at how many oscillators of sound are being created. And Unify is still showing me that it's not killing my processor. You do anything remotely, even close to that in Omnisphere, and your computer goes boom. It just can't handle it. So Novum, as far as a granular synth, is one of the most playable ones I have found, which is why I was like, I'm gonna make a library for this, because most synthesizers that are granular in nature are so CPU heavy that they're not fun. Play them for 1 or 2 notes and they poop out. But here, I'm playing huge chords and look at the processors. So it's very, very, very well done. And again, to take any of their patches, let's take, let's put that in here. So for mangling and making weird things, if you go, let's see, here's, here's a flute sample. So let's drag a flute sample over here. Sounds like this as a sample. Inside a Novum. And then you go to the timbre for this bigger granular sizes. More the jilt parameters, as you can see, if you have these down, it's pretty consistent with where it plays. As long as you bring position jilt up, it's now starting to play different places in the sample, which is where something like this. Here's a flute phrase. Now it's going to have different pitches from the phrases. So you can get into all sorts of really cool. Then you over here on the synth side, they have a thing called Synthify, which can add frequencies to something that doesn't have frequencies. There's distortion and dirt. Then after that is a filter. There's also a comb filter. which can also be modulated. Just go over here. Let's say amount. If I want the effects, say like the wet, click this, go to LFO. There's a panic button because things can ring out and get carried away. So let's go over here to the timbre, to the gain. It's very fun to play with. You can get into all sorts of really cool territory. Calling up these patches is like a template. Now drag over a wave sample. And then if you click, here's the magic trick. Right here where the little thing here is, say embed samples in patch. And what that means is now when I drag over a sample, if I save a patch, if I go to my Novum patches, they're megabytes in size, as you can see, 42, because they have the sample embedded inside of them. So I could send this to somebody. The patches will work without me needing them to have the samples in a specific location. You'll be able to play this. Oh, we're not hearing samples by itself. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me. Loop back is my... Hello, are you getting... Oh, there's a nice update. So if we go to Finder... There, now you should be able to hear... When I play a phrase, do you hear this? Should hear that now, right? Can that panic back be latched? Yep, okay, good. For those of you trying to do live streams or anything on the Mac, this program, Loopback, is the coolest program on the planet because you can go and have virtually any audio application, anything that's happening routed into both Scarlett and then have it show up into your OBS streaming software. It's great. And then you can quit it and it keeps the settings there running. So now OBS is over here and it has the levels and everything running. And so it's all good. Oh. And let's see, I can make my colors a little better. I sometimes don't like my light to be quite so bright, but I can get it brighter. A little bit better, nicer. And get this a little bit more. There we go. There. So I need to leave a little early today, actually, because my mom and dad are in the area. My dad, I wanted to give a shout out to my dad in this. I don't do this often. Let's see. Where is it? I have a picture of us. Here we go. This is my dad and me in 1969. He worked at the White House in Washington, D.C., and I was born in Washington, D.C. He worked under John F. Kennedy and Lyndon B. Johnson. He was a cryptologist. He worked in the basement of the White House, decoding the messages from allies and from people back in the day when there was no internet and there was no... Everything came into radar, went through a coding special, a special decoding, encoding that changed daily. He was in the Army and got picked for this very unique position in the White House. He traveled. In fact, this last Wednesday was something like 58 years to the day that he was at Cape Canaveral with John F. Kennedy on one of his trips to check on the Apollo series, how they were doing. He traveled with press corps, stuff like that. Anyway, he's been here in the area speaking at Christian women's clubs. My mom also does speaking and engagements and stuff like that. But he's sharing his life's adventures and what he has accomplished, and I'm very proud of him. And so I'm going to go see him. So his show actually started at 1, but he doesn't go on until 2. So I'm going to leave a little bit early. Here's the Novum version of You Save Me, which is using one of my pan flutes from Mega Magic Bells and Winds. Hear how it kind of falls apart and does this weird stuff up high? Well, You Save Me for, let's see. It does some of that up here. But what's fun, go to Guru's Sampler, have it play just the top sample, move the sample start in a little bit. You get this really kind of weird, and it's the same sample across the whole keyboard. So instead of being all samples, which sounds like this, we can change it to be just the top sample. And you get this whole different vibe. So you'll see there's these OSS, that's only one sample. So there's Kalimba Cauldron. If you open this up and you play all the samples, it's a whole different vibe. Just massive. I mean, take one sample, and it's a whole different special vibe unto itself. Right? So, those will be in the library. I have a whole bunch more patches this week to make. It will be 64 patches, and it will be $20 on Friday. For both libraries, $20. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm very excited to get this to you. And because of the unique nature, listen to some of these sounds. I love just listen to the details in these sounds is where you really can appreciate that high filtering out. It's just beautiful. So, let's see what you guys are talking about. So if you are into being in a dream state, it could be Mega Magic Pads 3, but I'm not going to call it that because it's more than that, and it goes some other places. But it's massive. Just the sounds were like, Here, let's play Easter Island in Novum. You know what? I actually need to make an Easter Island because Easter Island right now is a BPM pad. And then I took it, and instead of being rhythmic like this, I modified it. You bring this down. Let's bring this amount down. Let's go to the synth engine. Take this out of sync so it's free. And I can break it free of its sync. And again, the key is to go unify empty layers so you have a sine wave. Thank you, sine wave. And so let's see, that's so I did something like that and then sampled it to make Easter Island. So I'm gonna make a pad version. I'll compare closely with Easter Island. I'll get it sound like that. Fluttering away. Just the bubbling evolution of the sounds is really fun. You might be curious why I didn't sample more. I did fewer samples that are long samples. It's still a big library. It's going to be almost a gigabyte in size because these are long samples. If I go reveal in Finder, go to the samples for this. Even with them looped, they're 4 or 5 megabytes in size. So if we open these up inside of something like Ocean Audio, you can see I killed my audio for a moment. I think I got it back. Let's go loop back. Let's see if this is included. I know there's an update. Thank you. Ocean Audio, add that so you can hear it. One sample. Because it keeps evolving and doing different things, so I wanted to give you all of it. And then I have a loop point. This doesn't play the loop points quite right, but the loop points are there and play nicely. You take something like, the God Rays at Night. This is insane. This one where it just keeps evolving and growing and yeah. So, Trader Joe's Peppermint JoJo's. These are so good. And they only are available in December and November. So, oh, I'm so happy. Anyway, it's a really fun library. Pads, like, the wind chimes in heaven. I'll be making all sorts of things with that layered with, let's see, it's a unified layer. Let's do this. Let me get patch together and then I'm going to go. Let's start dark and have this do like a nice crescendo. That's a little long. And notice I have velocity off so I get full range. Let's add something to this that can give it a little bit more interest. So let's go into modulation. Maybe ring mod might be fun. That makes it a little bit more interesting. And then let's change to a different thing. Like and let's put the pump house on this to get a nice little rhythmic thing going. Like this. And then let's add another brighter sound. Let's do the gold rays at night. I'm just gonna old Unify layer 1. And let's have a pump house. Let's go preset saw down. And I'm gonna put a high pass filter, filter max, high pass. Just so I have it, just give me the high frequencies. Now let's combine that with that growing wind. And let's have some reverb. And then maybe I want this to do some more harmonic interest. It's kind of fading out, so bring the filter not to be. And let's have this be notes so that it's synchronized to like eighth notes, square pitch at 12. So it's octaves. And let's take it up an octave. And the ring mod is messing with it. I like that. And I have the perfect name. PCM. BPM pad. Pennies from heaven. And this is BPM pad. And we are saving this into the dream state because you don't need Novum for this one. I want to get the filter to stay up a little bit higher. There. And then maybe I'll make a bass split version of this. Cool. I like addiction, you know. Okay. So Black Friday is coming. It's going to be, I have 12 libraries right now on sale. The sale will be the same sale. I'm not going to like add additional discounts what's already there. So, but right now only 12 libraries are on sale. Later this week, more are going to be on sale. But I have all of the cello, violin, and viola libraries available. I don't know, did I update? I did. So violin, viola, and cello for Omnisphere are available. So you can buy these. Normally there's a bundle that gives you 30% off for the bundle, but they're 51% off. So this is the best possible price I have probably ever offered. I don't think I might have done 51% before. I don't remember. But Retrosphere 2, Unilo-Fi, Radio Ready for Omnisphere, Toxic FM8, Toxic Zebra. I tell you what, since I showed it today, I'm going to put Toxic Zebra into the sale right now. It's not advertised, but if you want to get this and you don't want to wait till Friday, let's do this. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to modify my site as we are here. So I go to my that page right here. No, it's not that one. It's this one. This one. And I'm going to say edit, and we will add Zebra. There, update. So if you go to the website right now, Toxic Zebra is now 51% off. So you'll be able to add that and say 51%. If you don't want to wait until Friday, I have saved you the torture of having to wait till Friday for that. Otherwise, it will be on sale with everything else starting Friday. All right. I'm going to go see my dad do his speaking. Thank you for joining me for the live stream. It's good to see you all. I'll see you on Friday. Okay. Cheers, everybody. We should do our shout outs. We should do shout outs, right? We got to do our live shout outs. So shout out from Portland. Good to see you. Hey, Halvard. Nice to see you in Norway. Welcome. What I love with the shout outs is we get to see where in the world everyone is at. Northern California, Cologne. Oh, nice. Right. Nice to meet you in Cologne. Hello. Washington, Louisville, Colorado, Belgium, France. Thank you, guys. Tennessee, New Jersey, Germany, Norway. You guys are everywhere. I love it. I love to see that we are together as one world, right? It's a very small world when you see us this way. It's really exciting. So bless you all. See you next week. Black Friday starts on Friday. Novum Dream State and Dream State just for Unify. Unify will be on sale. Please tell your friends. Let them know if you love the software as much as I love it. I'll be shouting it from the rooftops. And we'll be in Padland. Padland's a good place to be. Okay? Bye! I love that. Right? That's cute. Very cute. All right. I'll see you all next week. Have a great creative week. Save some money for Friday. Some of us still believe in having actual sale stuff on Friday that's not available yet. So, dubs from another planet. And happy Thanksgiving too. Yes. May you all have a Thanksgiving wonderful if you're here in the States and celebrate. Cheers. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you again for joining. I appreciate it.